Alright, so I get a lot of comments asking how to grow your channel as a small artist or how to grow your social media pages, so I thought I'd make this video just giving you guys my top tips for it. While I'm telling you guys this stuff, I've got this video of me drawing Invincible and Spider-Man playing in the background, just for you guys to watch while I do this commentary. So the first thing I want to go over in this video is I want you guys to ignore all these stupid tips I always see on TikTok or Instagram. It's usually short form stuff, so like Reels or YouTube Shorts, and it's basically tips where people are like, this is what you need to do to grow, and they're like, after you post, you need to comment 3 times on your own video, or after you post, you need to share your video to 3 people, or it's just anything like that. There are these tricks that will make it go viral. They're just not true. It's a waste of time. The person just wants you to watch their video so they can get paid, but none of the tips are of any substance. It's just like total nonsense. Like, one thing I hate is the teamwork trend on TikTok, where basically you comment teamwork on videos and like people follow you and you follow them. It's kind of like a follow for follow thing. That's just nonsense. It's not good. It's a waste of time. You know, if you're doing follow for follow, those aren't people who are going to be engaging with your content. They're not people who are interested in watching your videos. Like, I just think that's such a waste of time. I feel like most people go through that when you're trying to grow your social media, but it's just a waste of time, and I would just avoid any of that stuff. It's not the fact. It's not what's going to help you grow. Okay, so tip number 1 of this video is content is what's most important. So you don't want to worry about that stuff I was just ranting about. All you want to worry about is making the best videos you can. You want them to be the most enjoyable to watch, the most engaging. Just focus on making the best videos. The other stuff is just noise. Like, it doesn't matter what hashtags you have, although I still use hashtags, so I guess I'm kind of caught up in that one. But, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time you post the video. Sure, maybe sometimes do better than others, but you don't want to be like, I have to post on Wednesday or else it's going to flop. Like, that's not true. It's just, you don't want to worry about that kind of superficial stuff. So focusing on content, you want to make the videos as good as possible. So I film on an iPhone, and there's an option with iPhone where you can film in 4K 60 FPS. This is what I do, and you're going to want to either use a tripod, or like I have this phone holder that clamps onto my desk, but I think I'm going to get a tripod soon. But you want to use something like that, because if you're like me, your hands shake like crazy and you just like can't record it. You want to try have nice lighting. I've got a couple of lamps on my desk and then my light in my room. You know, I could probably improve that setup, but it works for the time being. It's done good enough so far. You want to record a lot of the process. You want to record as much as you can so you have a lot to edit, because you want to edit it so it's nice and satisfying and people can see progress, and just like, you don't want to have too little footage. That's a big mistake I see artists make, is they only record one tiny bit, so it's like pencil sketch and then one tiny bit of coloring and then boom, it's finished. And it's like, I think it's more satisfying when you can watch stuff get colored in. So I usually record about 20 minutes of footage to edit down into a 1-minute short, and then I just try to edit it so it's like satisfying. So say I have 20 seconds of footage of me coloring in an area, I'll like cut it down to 3 half-a-second clips, or maybe a little bit longer, and just like try and make it enjoyable to watch, and like very satisfying is the key. Another mistake is the hook at the start. You want to make it straight into the action. You know, I see people where it's like it takes 5 seconds for them to pick up the pen, which is just bad. You don't want that kind of dead air time. Like, you want to get straight into it for a short thing, because you're trying to grab people's attentions and really hook them in. And if any of you guys are wondering what I use to edit my videos, I use CapCut. It works great for me, great app, pretty simple to edit, and I just edit the short stuff on my phone because that works fine for me. So yeah, you want to record a lot of the process so you have a lot of footage to edit down, and just make it enjoyable to watch. Don't make it boring. Like, usually I speed up a lot of my clips, so I'll put them in 2 times speed for editing like short stuff, just because it's like, it makes it more enjoyable to watch. It just makes it more satisfying. And I just want to say, obviously, I'm no expert. I've still got a lot to learn. I'm trying to get better, but I feel like I've achieved enough where I have some tips and knowledge to share with you guys, because a lot of people comment asking for tips, so I thought this video would be helpful. And if you guys are struggling on like, how can I improve my videos? I literally don't know what I can do. Like, you need to watch videos that are doing well and kind of break it down and try to figure out like what works so well about this, why is it so enjoyable to watch. And you don't want to rip them off, you don't want to copy them exactly, but you want to learn from them and you want to try implement it in your own style. Because I've seen so many people complaining, they complain about the algorithm and they're like, why doesn't my videos get more views? Like, why doesn't it get more views? My videos are amazing, I don't know what to improve. And it's like, that's just quite a bad mindset, because you can always improve stuff. Like, I think I can still improve stuff with my videos and I'm always trying to make it better every single video I make. That's really key, is you just want to try and improve all the time. And that leads me into my next point, which is staying consistent. So you don't have to post every day, but you want to try post consistently multiple times a week, especially for short form stuff. You know, if you want to grow, it's a grind. You have to make a ton of videos. I saw a video of Mr. Beast back when I started, and he was basically saying, he's talking about YouTube, but he was like, you have to be willing to make 100 videos and get no views. And that mindset is what I applied to my stuff, because it is so true. You just have to be willing to grind out a ton of videos before you get any recognition. Like, it really is a big grind. Because I just hit 50k followers on TikTok, which is insane. So grateful for it. But I have made like probably 300 to 400 videos on there over the last 2 years. So you just have to be willing to keep making videos. Like, no matter for how long you don't get views, you just have to keep going and keep trying to get better. I've had artists message me, they're great artists, and they're complaining that they only get a couple thousand views a video, and then I check their account and they've only posted like, say like 10 videos or something. And in my mind, that's great, because when I'd only made 10 videos, I was definitely not getting thousands of views per video. So you just have to be willing to make a ton of videos and not be complacent about it. The last tip I'd have for short form stuff is using good audios. Using audios that are trending. So I find my audios on TikTok, and say I'm drawing Invincible, I'll try find an Invincible edit of the character that is trending and doing well and people are using. That definitely helps a lot, rather than having a random song. I did just say that was the last tip, but one more thing is I would also make shorter videos, because I make my videos a minute long because I get paid for them on TikTok, but you can only get paid on TikTok once you hit 10,000 followers. So until you hit 10,000 followers, there's nothing wrong with making like 10-15 second videos. Sometimes they can do better, sometimes minute long videos do better, but sometimes you just want to make shorter ones. Like, you'll find a perfect sound that's trending and it's only like 12 seconds. So sometimes you just want to use that and it will do really well, and it's worth it for like the followers and stuff that you get. So anyway, I hope these tips help any of you guys who are trying to grow your art social media pages. It is mostly like TikTok, Instagram, kind of YouTube shorts advice, because I'm not the best at YouTube videos. I'm trying to get better at them, trying to grow. So if I manage it, then I'll make tips about that too. But anyway, thanks for watching.